to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Any changes to the agenda? None. No opening remarks. I don't think we have any issues with conflict of interest.
Nope. Okay.
And so our first item, which is the signings, and the first signing, one and only, is a variance 22-0003 for Lazar Trust.
I would move that we execute the order of decision for VAR 22-0003 Lazar Trust.
Second.
Bill Brooks is excused. Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Philios?
Aye. And the motion is carried, so we're executing the order of decision. I can't really sign it.
Well,
I was excused from the meeting. Can I?
Pat,
Yeah, we better.
Chairman did not vote in that meeting. Can he still sign the order of decision?
Yes, he can still authorize signing in the sense that he is respecting the will of the majority, or the people that were present to vote. So
Thank you.
I don't see a problem with that.
Okay, good.
All right, we'll go on.
Here you go. Okay, so that concludes the signing. We have one more item, which is a public hearing and a potential vote. It's Resolution 2022 for our revised community development fee schedule. Director Callahan, please.
Commissioners, this is the item which we have discussed several times. I will open up and then turn it over to Christina because she knows the details in a way that will be useful for you. But I will just mention that you have both the final clean version in your electronic file as well as a marked up version. So hopefully the marked up version gives you a clear indicator of where we've come from and what we're going to. The planning fees are easy to think through. They're nothing more than 5% across the board for everything. The rationale there was simply that the state law allows us to do that with actually having a public hearing. And we thought that made good practical sense since the planning fees, you'll recall, were fairly recently updated just a couple of years ago and in an exhausting way. So we feel pretty good that 5% gets us reasonably close to the consumer price index and inflation, which is running, 8.5% to almost 9% lately. So that much is straightforward. The building fees are less straightforward. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Christina, who knows all the details on that.
Go ahead, Christina, please.
Good morning. So the reasoning for the increase is due to cover the cost of budget items, not just these budget items, but other items. These ones I chose just because we're over budget on one and nearly over budget on the other, which is budget code 8040 and 8041, which is motor fuel, lubricants, and vehicle maintenance. We have an increase of requested inspections and longer drive times, which has that's why we're over on budget. Currently, our 6 inspectors and 1 planner drives approximately 500 miles a day total. This does not include the occasional inspection performed by our deputy building official and a second planner. On my second request, our current fee resolution 2021-54 under building division fees based on the local information and the current code data published by the International Code Council, Exhibit A and B fees have not been altered since 2006 until 2019. Which we were, according to our adopted ordinance, we should be following the current evaluation for ICC table, and we have not been. For Exhibit D, which is the mechanical fees, those have not been updated since 2006. Also, on my item 3, we are requesting an administrative submittal processing fee. This fee will cover the cost of all permit submittal processing. Currently, the permit techs that process building permits, especially if one chooses to cancel a building permit, we will collect no fees. So this has never been added to our fee schedule. We're requesting to add this into our schedule. And also to cover the cost of our added building staff. Our fees, most of them will increase anywhere from 51.44%. Some will increase just to 10%. But these increases, as I just mentioned, will help cover the cost of running our department.
Okay,
Thank you. Questions for Christina?
nope, I reviewed the schedule.
Go right ahead.
Commissioners,
Tell you.
I'd like to ask Christina, my understanding is this also puts us in line generally with all of the municipalities in the county. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, it's fair to say that we are close, but not current to with all the surrounding jurisdictions.
Even given the fact that we're driving greater distances,
Yes.
although you've adjusted for that.
We have, I have adjusted for
Okay,
that,
okay.
just because we will, most of our issues are because of driving mileage is, contractors aren't completing their inspections, and we're having to go to the same job multiple times for the same inspection. And I'm hoping the cost of the reinspection fee will cover the cost of the fuel and the maintenance on the vehicles.
Any idea, or did you anticipate or forecast how much additional revenue this is likely to bring in?
No, I'm sorry, I did not.
That's okay. It's no big deal.
But since it's cost recovery, the assumption is it keeps us
It just keeps us
stable,
Stable.
if you will.
Okay. Leslie, you're okay?
Yeah, just call for public comment, public
Yeah,
testimony.
we need to do that. Do you have anyone on the line? Okay. Does anybody wish to speak either for or against the fee changes?
Do we have anybody on Zoom?
Just staff
Okay,
on Zoom.
so
Okay then? All right.
then I move that we end public testimony and enter into deliberations.
Second.
Bill Brooks is excused. Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Philios?
Aye, entering into deliberations. Thoughts?
Cost of doing business. So I wish we didn't have to do this, but the alternate is everybody in the county pays for these services that only a few people are getting.
That is correct. That is correct. And frankly, long overdue. We should have had, periodic reviews. It's water under the bridge, but at least we're making an effort. Thank you, Christina.
You're welcome.
So I just have one question for Pat. I don't have a resolution number.
We have 20221 here.
Yeah, it was on the agenda, or it wasn't on the agenda, sorry. Let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah, because 2022 is simply the year.
Yep.
Right, I had it a few minutes ago, too. Oh, that was from the last. No, I don't know that. I don't think your office has assigned it a resolution number, but
So Pat, this is.
so that we.
Can we?
This
Yeah,
is what I
but-
suggest, that, Pat, that we approve the resolution coming forward and we can adopt it at the business meeting on Tuesday.
Yeah,
That would be fine.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I move that we approve the resolution, which is the increase in community development fees, especially for the building side of it.
And I will second that.
Bill Brooks is excused. Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Philios?
Aye. And the motion to approve the fee changes is approved, and we'll forward the actual resolution with specific reference to the business meeting next Tuesday. On that note, the time is now 9:10. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.